Today, we're going into the best hunting knives for fall 2023. Be sure to stay until the end of the video because I'm sure you'll learn something new. Alright, what's up everybody? My name is Jack Billings, CEO and founder of Shed Knives. And like I said today, I'm going into the best hunting knives for fall 2023. Now these knives, I've picked 4 from the 2023 collection from Shed Knives. So let's start with knife number 1. Number 1 is the 2023 Shed Knives Sheep's Foot. Alright, this is the perfect fall hunting knife. Why, you might ask? It's because of a few things. First off, the blade. The blade has a beautiful belly on it, but it also has a little bit of a flat spot closer to that sharpening choil where you can use it for some carving, some whittling. Maybe you need to slice a piece of rope. So you get the best of both worlds with that blade. Now, technically, it's a Warncliffe style blade, but when I designed it back in 2018, honestly, the name for it was just because I liked the name sheep's foot, but I didn't like the blade style of a sheep's foot. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to change this up a little bit. It's the knife industry. You can do whatever you want. So that's exactly what I did. Moving on to number 2, the Shed Knives Skewer. This is a great utility blade. This is great for everyday carries. This is great for small field tasks. The skewer, first off, it's been the number 1 seller for 3 years now. This blade is amazing, and it was number 2, so it's been top 3, top 2, top whatever. It's been between 1 and 2 for 4 years now. Okay, 4 years, and that's ever since the release in 2020. So, the skewer, it's proven itself with its track record, but for those of you who are new here, you don't know what the skewer is. Or maybe you've only just heard of it. Okay, the skewer, it has a nice belly. Once again, it has a belly on the blade. That's something a lot of hunters like to use because a lot of times they're skinning game. And what's the best thing to skin game with? A belly on a blade. Because when you have a point, you can start cutting other stuff. So a belly is just really nice to use. Now that comes down to personal choice, but that's why I have a very sharp point on all of my knives. Okay, so the skewer, it's also got a nice size to it. It's not too big, but it's not too small. It's enough where you can carry it and it doesn't get in the way, where if you're carrying knives like the Atlas, which is a cleaver, and that is a big blade, and you'll definitely know it's there. Where when you're in the field, you've got other things to worry about, so the skewer is a great knife to start with. Moving on to number 3, the 2023 Resilience. Now this is another blade with a belly, and it's for a good reason. This knife was designed specifically for the user. This knife, the handle. Okay, what I want you to do is hold an imaginary knife, a fixed blade specifically. Act like you're holding an imaginary knife. When you put the Resilience in your hand, it fits that imaginary grip when you're holding a knife. That's exactly how I designed it. I was thinking, when I hold a knife, how does my hand look? How will the user's hand look? So I built it specifically for the user. Now, why did I choose a belly? Because a belly is versatile. Also, you can bring that pointer finger up to the very top of that point there, and you can draw down the animal with it, or whatever task you're doing. That's a great knife. Alright, so let's move on to number 4. So before we do that though, I just want to give a quick message to everybody watching. If you like any of the knives in this video, and if you're curious, maybe for what other knives are in the 2023 collection, be sure to visit shedknives.com. I'll put it up on the screen, or you can just click the direct link in the description. Shed Knives, I make all the knives right here in this beautiful shop where I use 100% USA materials. 100% USA production. I do that for a lot of great reasons, but at the end of the day, it's to produce quality knives. All my blades are under $200, which is easy on your wallet, and it encourages you to bring that knife out into the field. Because let's be honest here, if you paid $400, $500, maybe even $600 for a 100% USA made fixed blade, chances are you're not going to want to bring that thing out into the field. I design my knives to be used, and I certainly hope you'll use yours. So like I said, go to shedknives.com, check it out, I'd greatly appreciate it. Let's move on to number 4. 2023 Tuatar. This is by far my favorite blade from any collection I've ever made. The Tuatar first came out in 2022, and it is now back for 23. This is a beautiful knife, has a clip point style blade to it, has a slightly larger handle than the sheep's foot. If you watch the video Scab from Choir Boys Outdoors did on the sheep's foot, towards the end of the video, he said it would be nice to have a knife with a half-inch longer handle. Okay, so just slightly longer. Well, that's great because I already have the Tuatar, and I'll be sending him a Tuatar. So the Tuatar is slightly larger than the sheep's foot. It's if you want to do those heavier tasks, those bigger tasks, and just need a larger blade. That is a great tool for it. And when you're in the field, when you're hunting, when you're doing those outdoor tasks that come about while you're hunting, well, you need a knife for that, and you need a quality piece. So the Tuatar, it's got G10 scales, just like the rest of the collection, and just like the rest of the knives I mentioned. They have G10 scales, 154 cm steel, and all 100% USA made. And I forgot to mention that all of these knives come with Kydex sheaths. These are genuine Kydex sheaths. Kydex comes from Pennsylvania, so once again a US material used for these knives, and you're just getting the best. So at the end of the day, these 4 knives will get the job done. They will tackle the field, they will tackle the task at hand, and you don't need to worry about your knife functioning well or whether it's going to fail. You don't have to worry about that, my friends, because the 2023 collection, more than just these 4 knives, it is built, all of them, they're built for the outdoors, they're built to be used, and I encourage you, go out into the field. Check out the outdoors. Go to somewhere you haven't been before. Go camping. We're getting these cooler temperatures here soon. It's been very hot recently, which is a surprise for September. But it's going to get cool because, as you know, fall, we get those nice cool mornings, warms up during the day, then gets cool at night. So that's really good for camping. So break out those knives, break out those tents, head out into the field, go camping, go hunting, and I've got the knives for you. Alright, so last thing, my friends, if you found value in this video, go ahead and hit the like button. If you support 100% USA knife companies, go ahead and hit that subscribe. And last but not least, if you know an outdoor enthusiast or a knife enthusiast who may find value in this video, go ahead and hit the share button. Greatly appreciate that. Feel free to check out shedknives.com. I'll put a link in the description. You can also read more into detail about these knives at blog number 46 from the Shed Knives blog. So I'll also put a link to that if you want to read into detail. All the dimensions, specs, prices, all that stuff is in there. So definitely check that out. Thank you all for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.